What's up, everybody? This is GMK with another review. Now, this figure is a figure that really has had a lot of reviews, but you know what? I'm gonna review it anyways because I love this figure so much. And by the theme music, you can tell that it is indeed the GMK Godzilla from Bandai. Now, to start off with, let's start off with his articulation. The legs can move, swivel, swivel. Arms can rotate. Man, no they can't, but you gotta force it. I don't want to scuff this paint on his finger, so I'm gonna. They can rotate. Head rotates 360. And the tail rotates 360. You know, it's actually nice that this figure actually has its you know, it has this kind of articulation, because normally Godzilla figures don't. It's either the head's glue sealed or the tail is glue sealed. I would actually like it if they had an extra point of articulation in the leg, like they had certain points, like maybe 3 or 4, but that's like SH Monster Arts style, which, in fact, I hope that SH Monster Arts decides to come out with this kind of Godzilla figure. Or this Godzilla, the GMK, because I think with their potential, they could create a very mean and awesome looking Godzilla like it is in the movie. It could just turn out amazing. Now for detail. Detail on this guy is really great. I mean, just by looking at this angle, you can see all the little minor details that just make this figure look more and more realistic. It really looks nice. The belly looks very cool. It's just a lot of effort was put into this guy. I mean, the spines have texture, they look good, and in fact, the only reason that was able to is because, if you look, it's a separate piece, so they could have worked on this separately, and then just put it together, making it look like a really, really good figure. Now, compare it to this guy, and he completely overrules Godzilla. The only thing that makes this Godzilla look anything like it does in the movie is basically the eyes, to be quite honest, in my opinion. There's like no sympathy, there's like no structure in him that represents it, except for that, oh, and his somewhat chunkiness in his body. That's basically it. And, yeah. There's only one other figure that I have that even beats this guy, and to be quite honest, it's kind of the cheesy figure. Here, let me move these guys out of the way. Ready for this? An ornament! A fucking Christmas ornament! Yeah. And, you can look at it and you can tell it's better, in my opinion. Like, this one, the spines have more color, these ones don't have much color to them. And the color looks really nice. Detail is there. The head looks more realistic, in my opinion. Or actually, look at the tag. Too bad it's not detached, but I don't take the tags off my fingers. So, yeah. But this one, all in all, overrules his paint job and detail out of any I've seen. That's it. So, on to now you can really get a good look at this guy, and it's all superior detail and texture. Look at the toes, you can see those lines like he had in the movie. That Godzilla in the movie, I swear, is just the best. He's demonic looking, he's evil, and he has the overall look to it. I mean, it all matches very nicely. He even has the ridges on his hands right there. And the spines. The spines, they just have an amazing texture that I just love. And this guy right here, this is Bandai Creations one, his doesn't even come close to this. Nice. And yeah, just the overall spines look really nice. You know what they did that I'm glad they didn't do is they didn't basically take a brush and just spray the spines like they did with the Godzilla Jr. and some other figures. This is just the only example I have. See how it looks like they took a brush and just sprayed all across. They didn't do that with this guy. This looks a lot better. And the teeth, they aren't individually sculpted, but they still look really nice. If from a distance they look like they'd be individually sculpted, but if you take a close look, you can see the black vinyl. But the teeth are individually painted, and that is a really cool characteristic this figure possesses. And also the tongue is really nice. The eyes, these eyes, I swear, I don't know who painted them, but they just look awesome. They look like they were little balls of their eyes and then plotted in there. And the good thing with GMK is that there's not much detail to go into the eyes because, I mean, hello, he has white eyes. And now to take a look at the tag. The tag, you can see right here, has a nice picture of Godzilla himself, the GMK version. A nice, this scene is actually depicted around Mount Fuji when Godzilla was fighting Baragon. This is where he just pops out of nowhere and breaks all the rocks and comes face to face with Baragon being like, I've come here to take your soul, like he eventually does. And, you know, just, it's like, hello. When you watch the movie, he just pops out and you're like, hello. Then just says his name in Japanese, Wada, movie Monster Series. Because that is on some of the other tags, like how they have on the Fire Rodan, they have the same thing. Right there, and right down. Yeah. Yeah, so, this figure, all in all, I think is a really good figure to have. Now for size comparison. Take a look at the other GMK. I can see him right now just shooting his fire right at his face. I'm gonna shoot him my legs up. The little ornament. Well, apparently GMK hates little things, like it does in the movie I created, that atomic atom bomb explosion, Jesus Christ. And now he returns. And now to compare with another figure. Bandai Creations 6-inch Final Wars Godzilla. Seems that's the same. I don't have any other 8-inch figures, so actually another 8-inch figure, but it's actually 6 inches Godzilla Jr. But that's of a different necessity or unnecessary scenario of why he is that short in an 8-inch line. And then I have a figure that is to be soon reviewed. X Plus Auto, which is the only thing that actually compares to him. You see? And this is like right next to him. See? He's the same height, but he should be like this to him, realistically. And then, for the short guy, little Godzilla. Daddy! Get the fuck away from me. Once again, why do you take little guns? Okay. Hands up. Sorry. And, yeah. Now, everybody knows this history. GMK is apparently Godzilla, but as in he's the souls of the dead who want to take revenge on Japan for what they've done. This Godzilla apparently is just like a, where did he come from? Like a revival Godzilla. Basically, he's a demon. He's a visual demon. And what his history, like, you just gotta watch the movie. I'm not gonna explain it, but here's something that everybody knows. In the end, when the general of the army for Japan that tries to take down Godzilla gets inside of him because he's swallowed in his ship, emerges through this side of his body right here, this exact spot. He emerges out through Godzilla's little weak spot that was taken on by one of the missiles that hit his body. Once he does that, Godzilla tries to shoot his beam at a bunch of civilians, and it comes out of him through here, and it weakens him. When he goes into the water, he tries to do it one last time, and ends up evaporating his body using this his atomic breath. But in the end, you see his heart, and it starts beating again. And how, for some noobish Godzilla fans that just can't seem to know why he keeps on reviving, it's because he's a regenerator. He regenerates his body. So if one organ is left from the aftermath of his deceased body, he will indeed revive and come back as a whole new Godzilla. Which, you know what, they really didn't add any other movie after that towards the GMK. They really didn't tie it, which would have been interesting if they did, but they didn't, so I don't know what's up with that. But I guess Toho just wanted to make the movie. They didn't really want to add a new storyline. They just like, oh hey, let's do this, let's go, this idea sounds cute. But you know, it did, but it would have been awesome if they added another story. Which comes to another controversy. That should they have the new Godzilla movie that is coming out and be involved with GMK? I've heard rumors about it. I don't think it's gonna happen, but if it does, that would be unexpectedly awesome in every single way. Because what they could do with the potential for coming up with a revived GMK would be just extraordinary. I've seen pictures of designs, and of course it has the white eye, so who knows? It could lead up to something, because like Godzilla was regenerating, so what's there to continue about it? Is that just to say Godzilla lives on, or is it just to say to be continued eventually? But I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna quit talking crap and just get on with this review. So basically that's about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please rate and comment. I want to know how I'm doing. I'm glad to be back on YouTube, so see you guys later. This is GMK.